Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And could this be bad for AT&T? So recently, AT&T CFO Pascal presented in front of shareholders and analysts at the Morgan Stanley European Technology Media Conference in Barcelona, the same one that T-Mobile and Verizon presented at as well. So what was more interesting about the AT&T one, the CFO of AT&T's really hinted at we haven't hit the peak of what the inflation could look like, or consumers haven't really felt how bad this inflation is getting. But there will be a point in time where the consumers are going to feel it more. He didn't really give a date or a time frame. That's when some may be making different decisions when it comes to their wireless and other stuff. But he does think the wireless side will be the last thing that consumers will try to adjust or find lower pricing. So that's one thing that he pointed out. And just my thoughts on that. I think we can see it in the numbers, that potentially the MVNOs, the prepaids, the cable players are going to reap the benefit from this. I remember I made a video a long time ago. This was a video maybe 2-3 years ago, where I remember making the video about could we potentially see a larger shift from postpaid to prepaid as the postpaid prices continue to increase. And at that time, they were continuing to increase, and then they were getting more and more expensive. And now the prices are what they are today, and it does look like my prediction was correct. It looks like prepaid has a potential to reap the benefits from this ever increasing inflation, and it has been increasing. Everything is getting more expensive, and it looks like the value segment, the prepaid, the MVNOs are going to reap the benefits off of that inflation. And the carriers in AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, they have to take on that additional load of, it depends, right? Because it could be, if a Verizon customer moves to an MVNO that is already on the Verizon network, it doesn't really matter in terms of capacity and load of network. But if a bunch of people move from AT&T and T-Mobile and they go to an MVNO cable player, that puts additional load onto the Verizon network, where, yes, they make revenue. Yes, they get money from that, but it's far less than if they were with Verizon directly. So Verizon is going to have to account for that and make additional investments. So I do agree with him. I do see where the consumer is going to feel the pressures of the inflation more and more and more. And it could potentially lead, like I said, to prepaid reaping the benefits from it. So another thing that he did also mention, that AT&T is strategically growing in the segments that they're looking at. Most of the growth they're looking at is fiber and 5G. So here's something that I wanted to bring up in this video that I was made aware of talking to some other people, and it's utilization rates for AT&T, right? So Verizon and T-Mobile are going at it. They're going at it. The mid-band pops, we got to put them up here. We got this C-band there. We got 2.5 there. And then how are they making use of that right now? How are they monetizing it? Fixed wireless access, right? That is their biggest 5G case at this point in time, right? They're utilizing that, and they're monetizing that capacity by using fixed wireless access. AT&T doesn't have that. AT&T is not using fixed wireless access at mass scale. So AT&T internally is like, why are we in this arms race of pops when we're not going to be able to monetize it right this second? We don't have the next big 5G use case on our side just yet. So why are we spending all these billions of dollars, gravitating and focusing towards deploying this mid-band pop faster when it's not really going to benefit us right this second? In other words, why aren't we investing more and shifting the focus towards fiber? And that makes sense. If you think about it, fiber gets them new revenue, increase of ARPU potentially on that side, if that customer goes from DSL to fiber. It gets them new homes passed, and within a market where they're already the ILAC, if they invest enough, they could potentially expand into a completely new city and state that they don't even have any footprint in. So the fiber story just makes more sense from an investment standpoint and the return on investment. Right now, AT&T is going crazy deploying POPs on DoD and C-band. People are going to start seeing 4, 5, 6, 700 megabits a second, and AT&T doesn't have a single use case right now to monetize that capacity. Not one. Not a single one. The only thing additionally that they can do is grow the consumer side on wireless, but they're already doing that before C-band. They were already growing that base. So that's just something that I wanted to kind of get you guys thinking about that. Why AT&T is not doing fixed wireless access in the urban core, the metro. They're not doing it at all. They're doing fiber. So until that big, huge 5G case comes out, right, how does AT&T monetize it? So that should also get you to think, what is that next big 5G use case that AT&T is going to monetize? Are you going to have to pay more for it? So that all that should have you thinking, right? Or is it going to be the glasses, right? The smart glasses. Are you going to add that to your plan? Is that going to be monetized on the network, right? Does AT&T maybe shift and starts offering fixed wireless access in the urban core potentially, right? We don't know, but maybe they do it in markets where they have no footprint at all. Possibility, but like I said, they have to start monetizing that capacity. They spent billions of dollars on the C-band. They're putting it on air in a very rapid fashion, but yet they have nothing to monetize with right now. So it's no benefit to AT&T. The benefit to the consumer, they go from seeing 50, 60 megabits, 40, 30, whatever. Now they start seeing 500, 600 megabits and their phone works faster and is snappier, right? But AT&T does not see any benefit from it. That consumer, their bill remains the same. They don't pay more, right? Verizon and T-Mobile, they slap on fixed wireless access, right? You guys who follow the channel, you've seen the growth. You've seen you've seen Verizon do 300,000, T-Mobile 600,000. That's all add-a-lines. That's an extra $30. Boom, boom, boom. 50 if they're not with the carrier. Boom, 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 boom. That's money coming in. AT&T is not utilizing that monetization right now. They're not. They're just not. There's nothing right now that AT&T offers on anything in terms of a 5G use case that they can monetize. Nothing. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Just kind of wanted to break that down in this video, letting you guys know, look, this is what it is. AT&T is not monetizing. Should they take some of the wireless capital, a big chunk of it, and move that over to fiber? Because that's where I think the biggest success for that company is right now. They can, like I said, they can expand to new areas. They can upgrade DSL to fiber faster in those areas. It just seems like that's where they should currently place their eggs. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Follow my social media outlets for more updates. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.